Welcome to episode 19 of the Game Caddie Tutorials. I'm Scott Moeller. In this video, I want to talk to you about a special kind of hole on one of my favorite courses, and that course is Los Angeles. That's APBA's version of Riviera. It's a great course for players who are new to the APBA golf game to learn how to play on. It's also a great course if you're new to the Game Caddie and want to figure out, how to make the Game Caddie help you learn APBA golf better and to be able to play the game faster, smarter, and have more fun with it. But all that said, there is one hole on the course that presents a special challenge, and I want to, in this video, show you how you can easily handle that challenge. Okay, so what I've done is I've got hole number 6 already loaded in the Game Caddie, and this hole is a par 3. We have a carry objective of 170 yards, meaning that's where the pin center line is. We're using pin number 4 to demonstrate how to chip when you're on the green. So the pin location is at 170, right 5, and I've got a red or pink ball marker pointing to pin location number 4, so you can see essentially what we're shooting for. I've also got Rory McIlroy in here. This happens to be his 2022 card. And again, the other things to note are that we have no wind here, so wind is not going to factor into this particular shot. Trying to keep this as simple as possible. And here's the hole note that can present challenges when playing this hole. When a golfer is on the green without a straight path to the pin location, he's got a chip, right? And so if you look there in the center of the green, what do you see? You see a sand trap. Now, it's possible you could end up in that sand trap, and then you'd just be chipping from that bunker the usual way. But what happens when you get the following? So I've got the all-in-one menu open here. We've got Rory's card. He's got an average eye of 2. So we'll come down here and we'll look at, what will get us about 170 yards. Well, if we look over here to 7-iron, that'll take it to 175 carry. There's not going to be any roll with that. So we'll choose a 7-iron and we'll knock that shot down. So just click this 7-iron and we'll click the knockdown button over here. And I'm not going to roll the dice, but let's say I did roll the dice. Whether you use APBA dice or the dice roller that's built in the Game Caddie, doesn't matter. But let's say that number is something like a 22, and Rory has a 1 in the I column for that. So I'll put that number in there, and then we'll just go ahead and take the shot. Well, that ball goes 180 left 5. So this is 170, this is 180, and this is left 5. And we don't have any green roll here. So that's where that ball ends up. And what you can see is Rory's ball is blocked from the pin location by that bunker. And here's how you record that in the Game Caddie. So we'll go up here to hit the update button as we normally would, but instead of selecting green as the ball location or using the ball on green tool, let me move this over here so you can see it a little bit better. Instead of selecting green from the common lies column or using the ball on green tool, instead what we're going to do is select fairway, which happens to be the default. Okay, and we'll record that shot. And the reason that we want to do that is that you can't chip with a lie that's on the green. That's meaningless to the Game Caddie, and there's no board in the APBA game that applies to that situation. So what we've got to do is use the approach caddy, and you can see that it's calculated that we're 10 yards from the pin. So we'd come over to the all-in-one menu, select the 5 to 10 yard approach board, roll the dice. It's a 44. That also happens to be a 1. So we'll put that in, and that's in the A column. Take the shot, and now the putt distance registers as 5 feet from the pin. Okay, he's chipped over that bunker and put it 5 feet from the pin. So we'll now record that using the ball on green tool and go over to the putting boards and putt out. So I'll just go ahead and do that because I want to show you the scoring as well. So he has a 16, that's a 25 from 5 feet, and that's in for par. So we'll record that as an in and transfer the putts to the scorecard. Now you're going to need to manually edit this, right? The score is right. There's nothing wrong with that, but he actually had 2 putts. So when you're counting the number of putts, it's based on where you're hitting from, not what club you use. So instead of a 1, you just have to put a 2 in there. And because we put a fairway lie into the notes on the Caddie tab, it didn't pick up that we had a green in regulation, which we did. So you'd have to add that as well. And so now this column is correct. So 2 changes you make. One's with the scorecard, and the other is in the Caddie Notes tab right here, and record that lie as a fairway. That's it. That's the only weird thing that you might come across when playing the Los Angeles course. Again, if you don't have this course, I recommend you go out and get it, especially if you're new to APBA golf and or new to the game Caddie. I think you'll enjoy playing it. Plays very quickly, and it's not complicated in terms of whole notes except for this one particular example. Until next time, grip it and rip it.